Hi, this is Dr. Kenneth Augustus Walker, your YouTube host for my YouTube channel, Diving into Life with Augustus. I want to thank you for liking, subscribing, turn on the notification bell, sharing, and leaving your comments in the comment section. You almost have me at 1,400 subscribers. One day, we're going to be at 100,000 subscribers. I'm manifesting it right now. Today, I want to talk to you about something different. You know, I love to bring you inspiration and motivation. Sometimes we do a show on called Super Sunday Inspiration, and then we do Motivational Mondays. But today, I want to talk to you about one of the most famous and enlightened people to ever live, Buddha. And today we're going to entitle this talk, 17 Truths by Buddha. 17 Truths by Buddha. 17 Truths by Buddha. Now look, this is going to be deep. First, I think if you haven't heard of Buddha, let me tell you who he is. Buddha was born and he lived in India from the 5th to the 6th century. Now, his given name was not Buddha, but it was Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. He was born into wealth. He was born into riches. He was born into fame and fortune. But he walked away from all of that to go on a journey of self-discovery. Buddha walked away from all of that to go on a, I'm just trying to pull back up my notes here. Buddha walked away from all of that to go on a journey of self-discovery. And the name Buddha means enlightened one. It means enlightened one, or it means enlightened. I wrote down something else to go with that. It means the enlightened one or the awakened one. I think no matter what your religion is, no matter what your faith is, you got to have some kind of enlightenment. You've got to be able to awaken. You've got to be able to know that there's a life bigger than what you can see in front of you. So Buddha goes on this extraordinary journey, and just bear with me. I'm looking for my notes because I wrote down how I want to approach these 17 steps that Buddha gives us. But Buddha goes on an incredible journey, and he gives up everything that was important to him to go discover himself. And it's amazing, the journey, because it led to enlightenment. He sat on a tree one day and he came up with these 4 paths for life. Now, I'm not going to go into teaching all of that, but I want to talk about the 17 truths that Buddha gives us about having a better life. Number 1, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. The mind is everything. What you think is what you become. This is so simple by Buddha, but it's so deep. The mind, whatever you think, you become. Paul talks about this in the Bible. And Paul lived long before Buddha. Paul says, as a man or woman thinks in their heart or mind, so they are. Buddha says, whatever you program your mind to do, that's what you're going to become. Whatever you filter in, a computer is only able to give you back what you've put into it. So your mind is this big computer server. And whatever you think, you become. Your thoughts become actions. Your actions become a lifestyle. So number 1, Buddha tells us the mind is everything. What you think. Change your thoughts, change your lives. Change your thought, change your life. I'm going to say that to you one more time. Change your thoughts, change your life. Change the way you think, and you will change the way that you live. Change the way you think, and you will change the way you live. You don't like the way you live right now? You don't like the way you're living right now? Change the way you think. Number 2, the root of suffering is attachment. Now, I don't agree with this entire statement by Buddha. I agree with it to a degree. Because not all suffering is because you attach to something. Sometimes a disease comes from genetics. Sometimes you can be in an accident and you get injured. That creates suffering. So I think what Buddha is saying here, if you allow me to interpret through my lens as an educated person here, I think what Buddha is saying, that when we attach ourselves to material possessions, it causes us to suffer. If we put materialism over our ethics and values and God, then that causes suffering. Because when the material thing is removed, then you face tension. You feel tension. You feel disappointment. You cry. You're hurt. You're broken. You're upset. So we need to take, not just you, me, us, we need to take an inventory to make sure that we are not attached to the wrong thing, especially in relationships. If you're dating someone, you can have a fatal attachment. You can have a fatal attachment. You can be hooked up to the wrong man or the wrong woman, and that will cause you suffering. Let me tell you, something that takes you 5 minutes to get into can take you 15 years to dig your way out of. So what I want you to do is what I called an attachment inventory. Go over your life after this video and look at the things that you are attached to. And if they're not healthy, if they're not wholesome, if they're not holy, unhitch your wagon. Detach. Though it's grammatically incorrect, unattach yourself. Number 3, if you deeply observe, everything is your teacher. If you deeply observe, everything is your teacher. What Buddha is saying here, pay attention to life. Everything that happens around you, to you, or you see, it's a teacher. It's teaching you something. We don't always get the lesson initially. We don't always get the lesson on the surface. We're not always able to figure out the why, but life is teaching you something. It is often said that if you see a cardinal out of nowhere, that is the spirit of your loved one. What are they teaching you? My uncle died the day before Thanksgiving in 2024. The day after his death, a red cardinal landed in the tree by the window at my house in the room that he slept. The room I'm filming in, he slept in the bedroom next door to this bedroom. That was telling me, Kenny, you were not in the room when I died. I didn't want you there, but I'm in heaven now. I'm fine. Life is a teacher. Get your antennas up. Get your antennas up so you can get the lesson. Get your antennas up so you can get the lesson. Number 4, 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Woo, that's deep, Mr. Buddha. The sun, the moon, and the truth. He said they can't be hidden for long. The sun rises, the sun sets, but it comes back up the next day. The moon is shown, and then the moon goes away. In the daytime, it's very difficult to see the moon if the sun is shining super bright. But the one that's important, he says, the truth. Truth, as Maya Angelou once said, truth crushes the earth will rise again. The truth will always come out. If you tell the truth, you don't have to worry about a lie. Truth cannot be hidden forever. Truth will eventually come to the forefront. Oil and water, when you boil them, the oil always comes to the top. Number 5, if you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten your path. This is another deep teaching by Buddha. If you light a lamp for someone else, it'll brighten your path. He's calling us not to be selfish. You are not in the world just to help you. I'm not in the world just to help myself. Help someone else. By helping someone else, you're helping yourself. To whom much is given, much is required. Be a light to someone. Write in the comment section, I am a light to others. I am a light to others. I'm a light to others. I am a light to others. By helping others, you're helping yourself. By lifting others, you're lifting yourself. Our lives are not measured by what we get for ourselves. Our lives are measured by what we can give to others. Number 6, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. You cannot undo the future. You cannot undo the past. The future is not guaranteed. Live in the moment. That's number 6. Live in the moment. Now, this is where I part ways with Buddha. You do need to think about the future. You do need to know hope for tomorrow. You need to have a 5-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 10-year plan. But when Buddha writes this in the 5th and 6th century, he was looking through a different lens. But the way we embrace what Buddha says here, live in the moment. You can't live 10 days in one day. Let's look at basketball. When a team is down 3-1 in the NBA Finals, they always say we can't win 3 games at one time. It's one game at a time. It's one game at a time. Live in the moment. If you learn how to live in the moment, if we learn how to live in the moment, if I learn how to live in the moment, you learn how to live in the moment, it reduces your stress. Stop stressing over unpaid bills. Pay them when you can. Stop stressing over who left you. Prepare who left you. Prepare for the next person. Prepare for the next job, the next opportunity. Live in the moment. Cry today, then laugh tonight. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. Number 7, there's no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Number 7, Buddha is saying that you create your happiness. Now, this is where I differ with Buddha. I don't believe in happiness more than I believe in joy. Happiness depends on what happens. Joy is an internal feeling. But what Buddha is saying, create your own happiness. Create your own joy. You don't need other people's permission to be happy. You don't need other people's permission to be joyous. Create your joy. Create your smile. This is why you must avoid negative energy. Negative energy, isn't that right, Uncle Terry? Isn't that right, Mom? Negative energy will drown your dreams. Negative energy will make you cry. Number 8, before you speak, let your words pass through these 3 gates. This is number 8. Buddha says, before you talk, take these 3 tests. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So many lives have been ruined by lives. So many people have been hurt by unnecessary actions. So many people have been broken because someone was not kind to them. Before you talk, because when you say something, you can't take it back. You can apologize for it, but you can't take it back. Before you say something, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Number 9, I love this one. In a war of ego, the loser always wins. This is deep. I'm going to read you verbatim. In a war of ego, the loser always wins. What does that mean? In a war of ego, the loser always wins because that person can accept that they're wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You don't grow by thinking you're right all the time. You do not grow by thinking you're right all the time. You do not grow by thinking you're right all the time. You do not grow by thinking you're right all of the time. So the battle of the ego is the person who does not understand that they are wrong. Okay? Number 11. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You're the one who gets burned. Buddha says, you pick up a hot coal to throw at someone else, you're burned before it leaves your hand. Try not to allow anger to consume you. It's number 10. Try not to allow anger to consume you. You're angry at someone else, but you're the one who suffers. If you're mad at me right now, that's not going to stop me from going to sleep at night. You're the one who can't sleep tonight. If you dislike me, that's not going to make me miss a meal. You're the one who loses your appetite. Control anger before your anger controls you. Kill your anger before your anger kills you. Number This is 11 or 12. I don't remember. When it hurts, observe. Life is trying to teach you something. I love this one. Learn from your pain. If I could rewrite Buddha, it's learn from your pain. Learn from your pain. Don't go through something and don't get the lesson. What did you learn from the divorce? What did you learn from being fired? What did you learn from a bad investment? What did you learn from loaning money to someone who didn't give it back to you? What did you learn about a rough childhood? What did you learn about making bad decisions? What did you learn about not being grateful? So what Buddha's saying, process the pain. Write that in the comment section. Process the pain. Process the pain. Process the pain. The next one, change is never painful. Only the resistance to change, pain is, let me start over. Change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. Y'all, that is deep. Change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. Buddha says when we reject growth, it's painful. When we refuse to change and live in a box, we limit our possibilities, and that's painful. When we refuse to grow up, Paul says in the Bible, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. When I was a child, I acted like a child. But when I grew up and became an adult, I put away childish things. Buddha says to not change is painful. I've told you this before on YouTube. The way I measure my life is from birthday to birthday. How much did I grow from last year to this year? How much did I grow from last birthday to this birthday? You need to do a monthly check. How much did you grow from January to February, February to March, March to April, April to May, June to July, July to August, August to September, September to October, October to November, November to December? How much did you grow? If you're not growing, it's going to be painful. You're not the same size you were. You're not the same size today you were the day you were born. You grew. You grew. You do not weigh the same that you weigh in first grade on July the 15th, 2025. You grew. You grew. The next one. This is deep because it goes back to one of his early ones about what you think. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Oh, Buddha, 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 Buddha. Let me read that again. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Let's break those down. What you think, you become. If it's in the mind, it's going to be manifest in your lifestyle. If it's in the mind, it's going to be manifest in your behavior. If it's in the mind, it's going to be manifest in your choices. What you feel, you attract. I read a great book in the 90s that I was not mature enough to understand until later, called The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. He talks about in this book, after studying this a tribe of people, a community of people up beyond Lima, Peru. They talked about energy fields. You can attract to you what you like. Buddha didn't know what that meant. In his day, he saw it differently. You feel what you feel, you attract. You have the capacity, YouTube viewer, to attract to you what you like. You have the capacity to attract the woman of your dreams. You have the capacity to attract the man of your dreams. You have the capacity to attract the money you need to pay off your debt, to get out of debt. You have the capacity to attract wealth. You have the ability to attract a stable life. If you're attracting negative stuff because you're feeling negative, Change the way you feel, and you'll change the way you'll change what you attract. Change the way you feel, and you'll change the way what you attract. Change the way you think, you'll change the way you feel, and you'll change the way you attract. Which leads us to the third part of this one. What you imagine, you create. I imagine a YouTube channel, and now I have it. I imagine writing a book one day, and now I'm on book 2. I imagine a healthy lifestyle, and now I'm healthier. Diabetes and high blood pressure has killed people in my family. You can't help what you get through your genetics, but you can help how you manage what you inherited. I eat a healthy diet. I exercise. I ride my bike. I walk my dog 3 times a day. I imagine a healthier lifestyle. I have now outlived my mother. I've outlived some cousins because I made a choice. I imagine me eating healthy, living healthy. I imagine going to Africa, and I've been to Africa so many times. I imagine going to Colombia. I've been to Colombia so many times. I imagine going to my favorite place in the world, Rome. I've been to Rome several times. I'm going back in August because I want to go back for the year Jubilee. So this is my favorite one by Buddha. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Let me tell you this before we go to the next one. You have the power to be creative. I want you to write in the comment section, I will be creative beginning today. I will be creative beginning today. The next one, especially in the climate in which we live in the United States of America right now, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. Dr. Martin Luther King once quoted, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Can I simplify Buddha and marry and merge King and Buddha by simply telling you that love drives out hate? If you do not love yourself, it's impossible to love other people. Love good ideals. Love mean people. Doesn't mean you got to agree with them. Doesn't mean you got to get them and go to dinner with them. No, 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 no. Some people, yes, they're hard to love. They're impossible to love. But love them anyway because it frees you. See, forgiveness is never for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness doesn't mean we go out to dinner together. Forgiveness doesn't mean I got to have you at my house. Forgiveness means I'm no longer a prisoner of what you did to me. You cannot destroy hate with hate. That's why wars never win. Wars are unavoidable, but they don't win because somebody dies on both sides. Somebody sacrifices on both sides. Love, he said, is the eternal rule. Even Jesus says in the Bible, the first commandment is to love the Lord with all your heart and mind and body and spirit. He said the second commandment is to love your brother and your sister with your mind, your heart, love, mind, body, and spirit. Love is the way. Love is the way. Love will make you be sensitive to poor people. Love will make you sensitive to the least, the left out, the left behind, the left alone. Love will make you make a difference in this world. As an Aquarius, my heart is full of love. Now, I'm not going to let you play me. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me. But you're not going to stop me loving you. And some of you would say, well, Dr. Walker, but people always take advantage of me. That doesn't mean you should stop loving. That means you need to deal with somebody else. Because there's somebody right now that needs you. There's somebody right now that will not take advantage of you. There's somebody right now that will be grateful to you and for you and because of you. Okay? Oops. Number 15. Number 14. Your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. I'm going to read this one again by Buddha. Your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart, give it to yourself. Now, I'm going to modernize what Buddha said in the 5th and 6th century. Buddha is saying, find out what your purpose is and then live out your purpose by helping other people with that purpose. Find out your purpose. Live your purpose. So many people are miserable in life right now, July the 15th, 2025, because they don't know their purpose. They haven't discovered their purpose. Find your purpose. Let me read this again because I want to sink and saturate into your soul. I want to sear it and seal it in your psyche. Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. Dedicate yourself to your purpose. Dedicate yourself to your purpose. Marry your purpose. Merge your purpose. Merge with your purpose. Walk in your purpose. Pray in your purpose. Give in your purpose. Sing in your purpose. Dance in your purpose. I like to say this in a different way than Buddha. Find your passion, because when you find your passion in life, what drives you, you'll never be bored. You'll never be miserable. I'm going to read this again because I want you to sink and saturate in your psyche. Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. Number 16, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Let me read that again. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. What Buddha is saying, you are responsible for you. This does not mean other people can't help you, because I didn't get where I am today without help. You didn't get to yours where you are without help. My grandmother used to say in the country, if you see a turtle on a fence, he didn't get there by himself. Somebody put that turtle up on that fence. What Buddha is saying is, don't count on everybody or anybody to help you. Fuel your own dreams. Pour into yourself. Because when you fuel your own dreams and pour into yourself, God's going to send a support staff. Right there in the comment section, I praise God for my support staff. What Buddha is saying, you define your path. Other people can help you to your path, motivate you about your path, but you must walk it. You must walk that path. 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 Now, the final one, number 17. Peace comes from within. Don't seek it from without. Woo! Buddha's saying, peace comes from within. Do not seek it from without. You can't buy peace. Peace is internal. You can't put peace on a credit card. Peace is internal. You cannot bargain for peace. It's internal. Do you know the world around you can be chaotic, but if you have inner peace, you're going to be stable, you're going to be balanced. Jesus says, I give you peace that surpasses understanding. I call that in the Bible mind-blowing peace. When everybody else is crying, you're laughing. When everybody else is depressed, you're having a party. When everyone else is negative, you're positive. Why? Because you have internal peace. You have psychological peace. You have heart peace. You have mind peace. Where I grew up in the country, the senior saints, the oldest citizens of our community would say, he'll give you peace. He'll regulate your mind. He's a mind regulator, heart fixer. God gives you peace. You're not supposed to be at war every day of your life. You're not supposed to be fighting every day. You're not supposed to be arguing every day. You're not supposed to be complaining every day. You deserve peace. Stop compromising your peace. Live in peace. Go to bed in peace. Practice peace. Live in peace. I hope that these 17 teachings of Buddha, these 17 teachings of Buddha will help you have a better life. Play this video over and over, not just so I'll get watch hours, but so you have a better life. Practice this. Have a conversation about it. Have a family meeting about this video. Talk to some friends. Say, are you doing these 17 things? Say, hey, I want to give you a new perspective on life. Buddha was a great teacher. I challenge you after this video to, if you have chat GPT, Google. I mean, put in Google. If you have Chat GPT, ask AI about Buddha. If you don't have AI, Google Buddha. What a great spiritual teacher. His enlightenment. The religion he started is still in existence today. Enlightenment. Enlightenment. I'm going to close with saying this. Find yourself so you can be yourself. May you have peace and prosperity. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Please turn on the notification bell. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. Thank you for diving into Life of the Augustus as we looked at Buddha tonight.